fine.
You don't actually know. You're
Okay, alright, everyone quiet. Remember we're live. Hey guys, welcome to today's stream. Today, we're back with Ace Attorney Chronicles for, you know, going on another hiatus again. Like every time.
I was close.
Great.
Copium is a combination of cope, creating a psychological defense of a lighter belief to deal with a harsh truth, and opium, a drug. Copium.
Yep.
Alright.
Basically, it's just, you know, what you're on when you're trying to cope. Anyway, we're trying to look up what copium was because it's in the title.
For now.
Yeah. Because there's no way we're finishing today. Anyway, if you have spare money, feel free to donate to that cause.
Thomas is gonna dye his hair bright pink.
Not happening anyway. Let's
At
keep moving for now.
$1,000.
Same color as...
Continue.
And I'm shaving my head bald.
Wow, how generous of you.
Only if we get 1,000 though. I'll do it on stream.
Anyone remember what happened last time?
Ivana said she'd dye her hair blonde as well.
No.
Anyone
Yeah.
remember what happened last time?
Yes.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh.
I remember in a second.
I remember the guy's shot. The guy that's really.
I remember
shot
being in
himself.
this stupid room and not finding anything.
Yes, that is something that happened last
And
time.
we clicked on the thing, that was it. But you had to investigate it first. Yeah, he got shot.
Yep. The guy is
Oh, yeah.
threatening to shoot himself. Finally did it. It's Gina.
Why is she holding the gun?
That's the point. How it wouldn't be.
We
an Ace,
saw that last time?
Wouldn't be an Ace Attorney game otherwise. Come on, they have to frame someone.
Oh my
Who are we gonna defend if there's someone that's being blamed? From that moment, Windabank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene and questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B.
Baker Street.
No, copyright B. 221B. Alright.
Basker Street. Naruhodo. I don't know.
Oh, Iris. Oh, this is also me. A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yes. I think I'm loud enough. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Also, you don't need to lean forward when you speak.
Yes, I do.
Not when you're normally speaking. Anyway. Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. Everyone died. What happened, Bruno? Poor Iris. She's trembling. Is she though? Seems still as a statue. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Everyone's dead. Yes, I'm afraid so. Alright.
What if Sherlock Holmes died?
Huh.
Cool one.
No, that's the last case on the second one.
Oh
and then
my
we
gosh.
become Sherlock Holmes. I'm sorry to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windabank is dead.
Oh, I thought we were about to drop the fact her dad's dead on her.
No, man.
Your dad's dead. Ugh!
He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling.
Oh.
You did? Well, I saw all of the police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windabanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street, and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot Mr. Old Windabank, I suppose. I don't know, but...
But what?
That's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. Yes, thank you. I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There's nothing I could do. So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Wow, everyone, that's right, I forgot he got shot too. Well,
Sholmes?
Yeah, remember before we went inside?
Yeah, I remember he's like...
When we entered Windabanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet.
I don't remember this.
Hurley was shot. Yeah, it wasn't fatal, obviously. They're not gonna kill this guy just yet. No. It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinners.
St. Sinners?
They're tending to him there.
Funny.
I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. They're trying to kill him before he wakes up.
To operate?
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
He's not in any danger. He's just going into an operation.
I mean, they gotta remove the bullet, right?
Every time you complete one, a new one
I
pops
know,
up.
right? It's like the endless muffin situation. You eat one and they come back. Just the two. It was two thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but they were long gone, and I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Runo. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris, it's time to tell you about your dad.
Yeah, I know.
Might as well
just crush her.
Might as well just do it all at once,
Kick her
you know?
while she's down.
Where's Susie, Runo? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? She killed them. I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mr. Sato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to leave me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
Oh my.
No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is so horrible. The thing is, Mr. Windibank has found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles, and the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gino was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no, and according to the detectives who investigated afterwards. Don't tell me, there was no one else in the room? Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well, what can I say? And damned if I agree and damned if I don't.
What if it gave you the option? Agree, disagree.
I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. Oh no, don't tell me you're the assistant now. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. If she becomes the assistant, someone else take over her voice.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder, but I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me. Yep, alright. Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Yeah, it looks like it.
Right,
Mr. Sholmes is probably in this hospital bed.
You know, your Iris voice.
You can figure it out as soon as we started moving. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later.
So that you can match her. Yo, do we have the...
Alright, have your voice ready. Here we go.
Please.
Where is...
have goggles, please.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'll do it. I'll play her.
No. Hurley! Oh!
Sounds familiar. Oh, he's already gone.
He's not here!
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
Yes, of course.
He's dead. He's actually dead.
They've already buried him. I'm not so sure about that, baby or not. There's no question that it was fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
And yet, he's okay.
Oh.
Alright, all you.
Hello, what have we?
It's probably Inspector Gregson.
Oh.
No, never mind, just a random bum.
It's waters off limits, no visiting, so what are you doing in here?
They all speak the same, how am I supposed to know?
Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am, sir.
I'm gonna give her an accent.
A little lady and curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery
Wait.
solvers, a mysterious family, eh?
You just went from British
That's good.
to
To
like,
pirate.
If that's how you see us, then sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive.
It has been several hours since he went in.
Oh dear. Is he going to be alright?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see.
They can't figure out how to
You
get the
literally
bullet out.
go from
The anesthetic.
The anesthetic, that is.
working.
You're about
Oh,
to go Texas if y'all don't shut up.
I heard a report that a gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
oh, poor Hurley.
Alright. Well, that was a pointless trip.
Mysterious magic manor.
Oh,
That's
no.
all I think of when I see freaking cells, dude.
Oh, it's her. Wait, this is me though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Gina. You can have both. It's fine. They still could let her keep her gun in the cell.
Yeah, what the freak?
These guys are terrible at their job.
We still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish you would have pointed at me all the time,
That's
though.
Iris.
Yeah, I know. I did
Oh.
Iris's voice.
Oh, you're giving her an accent.
What are you here for? Ginny?
I have a feeling
Ginny?
it's because of us that
Ginny?
you've ended up in in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you.
Oh.
Well, you can't.
Sorry?
You heard? Get lost.
Excuse me?
Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. Never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't.
I shot him.
She shot us
You
like the
think
first
you know
time we
me?
knew her.
Pull the other
What?
one.
I mean, with a smoke grenade launcher.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Wait, even
Oh.
worse, true. Secondhand smoking, man.
You ain't got
Kills.
the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by.
People's.
And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week.
Alright.
Just to see what I could lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they say. Some cove? Some cove came
Did I look it up? Some cove.
because there's like a cove by the sea of it. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something.
Also, while you're at it, you should check if my video is properly coming up.
But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need a no lawyer. I don't need no one.
She couldn't be staring
Thing
at me
or
anymore.
person, cove.
Great. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried.
That's showing up.
Okay, great. That's it. That's
Why
all
are
I
you
needed.
being like this, Ginny?
Janae?
Hey.
Well, yeah, I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away?
He wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers or something like that.
Representation, it said.
It's all gonna be
Wait.
rigged.
Representation.
Res presentation papers. It's all
That's a
gonna be
missed
rigged
typo,
anyway.
typo.
The old
Well,
trial.
no, the whole point is she doesn't know what they're
I think it might
saying.
be a typo.
It's not a typo. The whole point is
Representation.
she doesn't know what they actually said, so it's when they flub the words.
No,
They'll
okay.
pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Oh yeah, stinking grown-ups. Always the worst.
Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it.
Snaffled.
I don't know what that means.
Snaffled.
Can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead.
You're going to grass.
Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's
my.
trial, I could.
Forget it. Minnie, don't you trust Runo?
And you just run.
No, I don't.
Wow. Whatever.
Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone.
Leave Brittany alone.
What happened?
What happened?
Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers.
Weren't we literally there? Why are
Well,
we
I
asking?
mean, we don't know, like, why the guy got shot,
Yes.
why they
There's
were locked in the
nothing to tell.
room.
Yes,
I
I
figured it'd pay me,
guess.
so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me, and you know the rest. But why, Timmy? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? Yeah.
And the window's open.
Can we close it?
Oh my. Right, I think we're done here. Out of my house, go.
It's embarrassed about the window being open. Come on.
Streaming to the internet.
Fine. There'll be more people walking by the window than stopping by the stream, let's be honest.
More viewers.
Ain't it obvious? The
In
place is
person.
full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two.
It's true, we just attract them through the door.
There's more viewers there than in here. We gotta open the door.
Just open the
Let
window.
him in.
We put a
Face
window
the
or
screen.
we put a thing
mean
on the
the-
door.
the window.
Come watch.
No, you just put a link.
I'll tell you, yeah.
Want to find out what's happening?
Ooh, we could totally put it in the window. I'm so
I
down.
would never.
No.
I would never.
That's
I'm
funny though.
so down. That'd be so fun.
Driving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work. And half the time you don't even get nothing.
That really why you broke into the place?
What?
Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else?
Oh, give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Jenny. Believe you, whatever it is. Believe me, don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. You know what? When it comes to lies, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
Just remember to track the number of mods from viewer count. Mods on viewers. Yeah, see, exactly. The people walking by the window will infinitely be more.
There you go.
What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Maybe we should have had you take over one of these voices.
Oh well.
What?
It's okay, I got it.
What?
What did you mean
It's
before, Gino?
fine.
When
I
you
got
s-
it. I got
I
it.
got it.
When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot. Why don't you tell us
Oh.
what these
I'm really
unforgivable
Why?
lies you've told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry.
Sorry.
We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Jenny, please.
Jenny.
Jenny. Oh yeah. I
What
wanted
the
to give you this.
Cat.
Something to remember me by.
Is that a real cat?
It's a cat.
Okay.
Wow, it's an Animal Crossing cat.
A photographic print of a really adorable cat.
That's a good photo.
And a snowman.
Yeah. I thought it was a snow cat originally.
I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. Wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat.
Maybe they want to meet our cat.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Oh,
Oh, Jenny.
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 Alright, well.
Obviously, that photo's gonna be how we solve the case.
That's how it be in Ace Attorney, don't you know?
Oh, I
Question
know.
is,
That's what I'm saying.
Where do we go now?
Windabake's pawnbrokery.
So we already went to
obviously.
Sholmes' suite and he wasn't there.
I'm gonna try going back. Maybe he's there now. Okay, nope.
No, we can't examine anything here.
Yeah, examine
Maybe we
the,
could.
the thing
Well,
that's
yeah.
there.
What
What
the
does
heck?
that
He has
say?
a note that he left there.
No one cares about this.
What?
It's not even something you can examine.
All right, never mind. Then no one cares
Is
about
it
this.
really not?
That's not what I wanted to click. No!
Oh
What's
my!
what's in the trash bin? Is there no trash?
Oh, another note, and then a red
Oh,
note.
what's
up
that red
there.
note there?
Nothing.
Oh, that thing.
I mean, yeah, there's things we can't examine. We can examine the crutches, we can examine these things, but... There's a notice board on the wall here. Look, let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron.
Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on. If we don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patient.
Rats and mice. Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake.
There we go.
Yeah.
Tongue twist.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, never mind. There's nothing
Yeah.
useful here.
The whole point is, like, yes, you can
To
examine...
that place.
Well, to what place? The place where it happened?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
nowhere else I'd want to go.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back home? Just crawl into bed and call it a day?
This isn't a dating simulator. I don't get anything for resetting the day.
What do we give as a gift? I have a picture of a cat, I guess, now.
Oh, that's kind of cool. But
Increase my relationship with one of the Bobbies.
this is where it happened then, last night.
That's right. The
Mr.
two thugs I
Sholmes.
told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
No, you're right about that. Actually,
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black.
Oi, I heard that.
That's probably Gregson, yeah.
There we go.
Bro, I forgot how he talks.
It's okay.
Every time.
Give him the double chin. That's all that
Like
matters.
Every time.
Oh, Inspector. Good morning.
I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night.
Diligence.
We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Can't you let the two rogues get away, mind?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. You're right. Let me just stop the armed criminals with my bare
How about you
fists.
assign extra men to be the beat around here, Gregsy?
Gregsy?
Now look what's happened. Sorry guys, took about at the wrong time. But he's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Oh! Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take the full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak.
I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Facing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely,
She's
your
10.
ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say.
Yeah, what the heck?
The gent in the back is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that.
Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship?
He's a simp.
For a little girl, he's freaky, dude. He's
Perhaps
a
you'd like
pedophile.
some juice.
I'm not.
Some nice refreshing fruit juice.
Oh, why? Are you thirsty?
Are you
Gregsy?
thirsty, Gregsy? Gregsy's a
Yikes.
perv. That's what we're
Ew.
calling this YouTube video.
Gregsy's
I don't know about that
a
one.
perv. I have some of my special herbal tea with me if you like some.
Copium.
Lovely. So very much that really hit the spot, your ladyship.
I don't even recognize him like this.
The freak?
Quick, while he's
Because
tamed.
he's eating so much so many fries.
Oh.
So much salt.
So, how is the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina, you're going to charge her?
That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
What was that?
Oblige?
Oh, I see.
You're full of
You've already captured the You broke in here last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
It's funny because she like knows everything. Like Sherlock Holmes, she's super good, but then her explanation is always, "I had a feeling," and then Sherlock Holmes knows nothing, and his explanations are always super in depth. Sorry, that was probably really obvious. to
So my
everyone
guess
else,
for
but-
what's happening here is because remember that ridiculous conclusion Sholmes came to last time? Like, there's the bank across the street, and like you could drill a hole.
Yeah.
So the whole point is, I think these two robbers are trying to do that.
No.
Yeah.
way.
I think the robbers are trying to do that. It's my guess.
No way.
And then I think there's someone else entirely also involved in all this, and that's who shot
That would make sense.
Mr. Windowbanks.
That would be really funny.
Remind me to never try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yes, they were running up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat.
and Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison? I mean, I was literally literally there.
That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. The jailer?
Is there any gameplay where you have to make decisions, or is it just a VN?
It's just a VN, but it's like a puzzle aspect when you get to the court. Basically.
Just a VN. We cheat on the puzzles. Just a VN.
True, honestly. Hey, we
Just a
cheated
VN.
once to look up that stupid fact that we had to inspect the scroll on the back of the poster before presenting it. That was stupid.
That was the dumbest thing.
Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Well, other than that, I don't think we've cheated at all yet, right? Have we?
We've
I know
saved scum.
He's being
We've saved scum.
operated on at St. Sinners.
Hurrah! Marty's
Why can't I
alright.
see him? I'm family, you know.
You cheated once and you could never earn the 100%.
Your ladyship is hospital's policy, no visiting at all.
Haven't played an Ace Attorney game before? Not many people have,
Oh.
Ryan. Not many people have.
Marty, you missed it. Start of the stream, Thomas was doing all the girl voices.
Yeah.
A
Don't worry, I'll
bullet
be
must
back.
have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood.
No, I don't feel bad at all about looking up that flipping
I don't either.
cheat. That was so just
Because
asinine.
we'd already clicked on it once.
Yeah, no, that was just
And it,
totally
you had to click on it
asinine.
twice to do it.
I totally feel satisfaction
Oh, no.
because we solved all the other cases and it feels so good.
Yep. We've actually been pretty good at it too.
Yeah, we've
It
escaped
didn't
scum.
seem too bad in the first hour or
We
so.
safe scummed once and then we cheated once.
But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes plot down.
Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding.
But will he be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better.
You're always examining everything first rule of Ace Attorney. You're not wrong, but also since I'm streaming,
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it.
since we're streaming, I'm trying to expedite the process by not examining
Really?
everything.
How
It's
No.
so boring trying to examine everything.
I like examining everything because there's like a lot of funny comments, but
No
it's
way,
a lot.
bro.
I always examine everything in an Ace Attorney game. That's how I usually play.
What the heck?
Yes, thank you for memeing us.
Oh, how do I know at the moment? Because, of course, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's all.
We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley.
Oh, he's done for.
I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear out the operating feeder.
Her ladyship.
It's almost 8. Yeah, I know.
Alright, time to go.
I couldn't help noticing, Inspector.
What? Out with it, sunshine.
That's a step ladder?
That's just a running gag in Ace Attorney in the base series.
Oh, step ladder?
And ladders. They
But we
always
haven't
argue
seen that
about-
at all in this
Well,
series.
because it's not the main series.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still...
No, like in the
They should have
spin-off, in
included
all
it.
the spin-offs, there's no... I don't think they have that joke. Maybe they do, actually. I'm wrong. I
Are
could be
there a
wrong.
lot of spin-offs?
There's, like, 3? I don't know. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
What's the sauce, sonny? I'm a copper and we don't go in for favoritism.
Lost in the sauce?
Well, he's right. You do treat us differently. Fun story.
It's 'cause I'm a simp. It's 'cause of those adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why.
Oh.
I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, he's trying to make himself look good.
Oh, man.
He's like Ark and Red,
totally,
you know?
Totally.
Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about what did you write about the Inspector, Iris?
I don't remember really.
It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my pay doubled!
Wow.
Doubled, I tell you!
Hey, I sent for this girl if she could double my pay that
I
easily.
know, holy crap.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, because everyone at the yard reads them, and they read all the Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me?
What's a toady?
All it'd take is one bad
Suck
word
up,
from you
probably.
and Sholmes could change his tune about me.
Apparently, an Ace Attorney, Greatest Attorney, that's a gag about a spade versus a shovel. That has come up before, I do remember.
Oh, yeah, that's spade and shovel right there, actually.
Yeah.
Gregson, No, the great detective will say he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about it.
How do like your accents get to the point where you're like choking on your words? You're like,
It's like a pit bull, just a dog.
yeah. But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rants magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Yes, they got the
Oh,
pinky
like-
outs.
I love how it's like fully back, and he's like,
His mouth is just
Oh,
that
good.
wide.
So very much, that really hit the spot, your ladyship.
Teetotal.
I don't give a
That
fuck what it means.
joke didn't really get come across.
Oh yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, what is it?
I've got an important message for you. I've clean forgotten till now.
An important message. I wonder what it could be. Alright, wait, before we continue this, let's examine this back here.
alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, sunshine? You can't touch anything in here.
Oh, but we were hoping to investigate whether that's a spade or a shovel.
This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake, no touching.
Okay, well,
What's the problem, Gregsy? Bruno's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship, ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo was improperly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter.
the accused.
If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Some representation papers.
Rest presentation.
You hear that, Bruno? You do need to sign some representation paper.
Never had to do this before. It looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way.
So, quest received.
Alright, well, we'll examine that after we have the papers and find out whether they're spades or shovels.
Important message.
Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about the young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
She's dead.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the... Oh,
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
no, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Ah, yes, of course. I've forgotten about that.
One of the witch stocks took her there in the yard carriage after we finished questioning her.
What are you laughing?
Nothing.
She asked us to tell you she'll have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there.
Just walk.
She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a blooming messaging service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Whoa, he actually ate the model of fries.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
Oh.
They regenerate, though.
Oh, that's I
Yeah.
haven't noticed.
Why did Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I'd better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. She's gonna be the next prosecutor.
Oh my.
Alright, let's go to her first and then go and get her to sign the representation
Well, I mean,
papers.
I'm sure I have to go to her first, honestly speaking.
You can probably get those.
No, I don't think I can get the papers first. She'll be like, oh, we're still
Okay.
still being questioned.
Wait, this means I'm this dude with a super deep voice,
Yeah.
right? Oh, crap.
Oh no. Oh wait, let's examine the cat. Where's Blackie Jesus? Wait, anything on the back? Oh my gosh.
Of course it's important, I told you.
It's always important. They would have given it to us if it wasn't important. Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
Are you sure? Because Cosmo's armband is pretty
13 February
No, it's very important. It's every
Article
case.
deposited, one small box.
Oh, it's a thing.
Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th April 9 p.m.
The article deposited had a cat inside. So this photographic print is the redemption ticket.
13th of February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus.
A small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Bruno, if Mr. McGill did still have the ticket, then assumably he never redeemed the article. You think the box might still be present somewhere?
Ah, yes.
Something.
In the shop. If it's something Mr. McGill did, deposited, we need to investigate.
Back.
Okay, great. No, don't. Why would you examine nothing?
All right.
Looks like that's just.
Yes. Wait 1 second. I turned on autoplay. There we go. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
Are you just using it on your pants?
Yes.
That's crazy.
You think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you.
So everything is clear with regards to tomorrow's
I mean,
arrangements.
that's either Susato or Strongheart. So
Yes.
yeah, that's Susato.
Thank
probably.
you very much. Don't. Yep, you're right.
Okay, come on. Let's do a little legwork. There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I bet he's the final villain.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look really serious.
Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for return to your homeland.
Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland. Susato-san, you're getting deported? You didn't bring your green card?
Deportation.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
I committed a murder.
What was all that about?
Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague.
Collect, yes. I'm here to collect my stuff.
She's an object.
What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
We have to win it before getting on the plane.
What about Jenny's child?
No, she's not doing it. She's probably gonna be your assistant for the rest of the case.
You're right.
I mean, she's been formally charged now? Oh dear.
Alright. You know what I just realized? They left the name as Naruhodo and Grace Attorney but localized the right in the older games. Yes, they did.
What?
It's because everything's more Japanese in this one. So,
Right is Naruhodo?
yeah, because it's Phoenix Wright
Is really Phoenix
was-
Naruhodo.
was Ryunosuke Naruhodo in Japanese, yeah. They just changed it to Wright.
And right now, where would you know Naruhodo?
No, right now we're what is it? I don't remember what her full name is, but
It's Ryunosuke.
Oh, is it Ryunosuke? Okay, then I don't remember what
Our name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Then his isn't Ryunosuke. I forget what the main character Phoenix Wright's name is in Japanese.
But it's
It's
Naruhodo.
It's Naruhodo. That's what Wright became, yeah.
Why can't they just say right in this game? It'd be so much easier than going Naruhodo.
Because, you know, they're gonna have a match with Kazuma and Mr. Sato, you know?
Kazuma.
Alright, Matt, take over. Mr. Sato, what's all this about?
Please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo.
Perfect. It wasn't even better. Yuichi Naruhodo, that's what it was. There we go.
It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has.
That's not what I asked. Yeah, honestly, you're such a better Susato, honestly.
Just channel
We
in
should
our
just
anime.
had you. What happened? Why are you leaving? I was wondering if you turned the light on. It's
Oh,
getting
should I
kinda
turn the
dark.
light on?
Can you?
Yeah.
I prefer it. Imagine if the chair slipped and just died. Oh, that's so much better.
I don't want to imagine that.
Yeah, now everyone's just standing up.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep going.
I need cranberry.
It's my father. He's fallen ill.
The classic.
Class.
Oh no.
Professor
no.
Mikotoba.
Oh
Oh no! Oh, it's this dude, I forgot. Yes.
no. You're falling low.
Back, no one cares about flashbacks.
We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day.
Ryuichi Naruhodo.
Yeah, I literally brought that up. It's fine.
I didn't hear it, I'm sorry.
I don't believe it.
As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days.
Oh my gosh. He's gonna be dead by the time she gets back.
I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely. I honestly thought she committed some crime or something.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe you've done this.
Like
You've done this.
perjury.
So Gina has been charged? You'll have to court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No, not even 24 hours later?
Gina, the Lestrade girl in the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. Oh, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
Please, what do they even do?
It's not wasting time. Jimmy would never do something like that.
Hey, they got anniversaries.
Mr. Naruhodo.
You're right, they got murders to commit so they can get to their... so they can avoid shirk their... No, that's right. He didn't commit the murder.
He just dragged the
He
body.
just tried to move the body and shirk his duties.
What was it? Oh, Lydia! Oh, Tony! Or whatever.
I don't know.
Oh, don't.
No,
Oh,
Tony. Maria!
Tony.
Yes, Lord Strongheart.
In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now.
Shoo. Shoo.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Lord. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend.
Serious matters. Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? It's the bank.
The hounds of Baskerville.
Yes.
That's what the chapter's
Inspector
called.
Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me."
I'm so punctual.
Wish I could be that punctual. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
Which is...
It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
a timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair. Yes, she may be a pickpocket. Still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case.
We shouldn't go back and get the papers from
However,
her and
the
sign
young
them.
girl in question has refused that right.
I mean, we're gonna eventually gonna have to get the papers.
Right.
It's all gonna happen. Why would she do that?
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you. We all know these things.
Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
What a day.
What a day.
Gino charged with murder, Susato-san about to leave. What's next?
Sherlock Holmes in surgery. And I just found out my last name is right.
Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But Susie. We're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have to have packing and things to do?
It's because the main games take place in Japanifornia, you know, they have to change the name.
Japanifornia? No.
That's not what it's actually called.
Oh, I was like, no way.
As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal are of no consequence.
I think it actually does take place in the state, like the
California.
states,
No.
but like yeah, but it's so like Japanese.
My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sato.
Why can't it just be in its own world? Why?
Gotta make it real. That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first.
Nah, I already did that. We're done. We're done for the day.
In any case, I should like to wish her well before I...
Gina.
Gina. Oh, yeah,
Not Gina.
It was
Not Gina.
Gina, yes.
Not Gina.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. As a criminal. The law's getting me nowhere. It's time to commit crimes.
Gineo. Gina.
Gina? Oh.
Ah!
Hello again, Gina.
Gina. Jenny.
I told you if you call me that one more time, I'm gonna shoot your head off.
No wonder she shoots us all the time.
What are you lot here for now?
To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously. Alright, Matt, which one of these voices you want?
It's okay, I can do it.
I mean, which one of these voices you want?
My
I need
voice
to
hurts from
improve the
doing
way you load
the dude.
ammunition for that thing, don't I?
The Japanese version took place in Japan, the English version took place in the States, so later games that had more Japanese settings had to improvise. Interesting. So that's why it's Japanifornia, because it literally took place in both.
And they had to, yeah, okay.
Who is Point Nav? Is that cool?
No, it's I don't think you know
Ryan.
them. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think you know them.
I know Ryan.
You may know, anyway.
What do you mean I may know him?
Ivana doesn't know him,
Oh.
is what I'm saying. Anyway, Matt, you should pick one of these
Ryan.
voices to take over.
You should pick
What?
Susato.
What?
Because I
You can
like
do
it.
whatever you want. I don't care.
I'm
Okay,
Susato.
never mind then. You're Susato.
Is he
Hey,
there?
you're usually her. Come on.
Yeah. Look. You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say.
Besides, she's gonna be leaving the game soon. You know. Might as well just start to forget her voice now.
Gina. Wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say.
And I don't remember your voice
What?
being like this when you did this. When you voice
I
acted
think
this
when
character.
I did it, I just did it like...
Oh, that makes me feel so uncomfortable.
I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you a...
Eh? Farewell?
Making uncomfortable with that voice. Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home. To Japan. Here we may never meet again.
Oh, right.
I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now... Pick one, I don't know.
Just do the high voice.
It would be
Just give her-
glum parting indeed.
Just give her a deep
Poor
voice.
Iris.
Poor Iris. Susie. Oh well, that ain't my business.
I knew someone.
You can be,
Naruhodo
I'm
believe you
literally
to be innocent.
Naruhodo.
Gina, they've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your...
Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it?
It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. Oh,
What? It's my fault?
yes. I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again.
Yeesh.
Hey.
Never coming back.
Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. What the?
Huh?
Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh?
You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it!
By admitting one of your own untruths!
That's why her face looks like that.
What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies?
You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant.
No, I can't.
Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but Is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? She killed Mick Hattie. I don't remember this guy's called.
McGilded.
McGilded.
This is your voice. This is your voice.
The
Yeah.
one
I
in which
don't see
Magnus McGilded was acquitted.
Yeah.
Okay, that voice is never coming back.
Ah.
The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about?
Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial...
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord! Oh!
Whoa!
I lied like you wouldn't believe.
I lied like you wouldn't believe.
Will you tell us about it now?
Oh, killed him.
That's what it's gonna be, right? Come on. I actually paid for the omnibus.
I'm not what I say I am.
I'm not poor.
Like you said, it all...
Oh,
happened 2
Mr.
months ago.
McGilded's daughter.
The girl- I'm his girlfriend. He's my sugar daddy. Just kidding. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand.
And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of things.
I knew it.
Stop.
Oh, stuff I didn't see.
What sort of thing did you lie about?
I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. Now we finally know the truth of what happened. It was pitch black in that little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing. And then...
Bless you.
Someone sneezed. Thud!
Should have timed it better. Should have sneezed then.
I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor.
And that's when Mr. McGilded discovered you?
Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by. Greg says so, I think so rude. There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at my hands, I had the cove's blood all over them. I was so scared I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands. In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat.
Yeah, he did, only that's not all.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threaten you how?
He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. And about what he was gonna do about the cove and what was dead. Or was found dead. He made me
What?
swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it.
You understand all this old English? Come on.
If I did that, he said he'd let me scarper before the coppers showed up. Suddenly he would let you go. It's like...
Gina, you must tell me what you swore you to secrecy about. He's dead anyway, it doesn't matter. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Oh gosh.
Oh
What you
my.
saw, what you heard.
Literally
What you
asking
saw?
about each one.
I know.
I saw nothing. I was in a pitch black freaking cubby hole.
What you heard? I heard a thud.
I heard a thud.
Mr. McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Come on. We're getting to it.
We
Just
could have
patience.
ran this. Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remembered correctly.
Yeah.
that's... Oh. Yeah, that's true, but... It was when I heard the thud of the cove, Cove. Is it cove?
The guy, the cove.
Cove.
I don't know.
Cove
what,
means guy.
I know.
I don't know what he.
Cove,
It in the floor.
bloke.
I let out a
cove.
little scream, see? Couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by my arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer.
Geezer.
What had the old geezer? What had been a
Stand.
disc, all bright and shiny.
A disco.
Do you mean?
Joseph Joestar.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a good
The
reference.
one what the deed took.
What? How?
He's on the disc.
Disc? What?
And the new one.
Oh, the.
He's stuck on the
Oh,
disc.
you mean Jotaro?
Oh, sorry, Jotaro.
Oh yeah.
Jotaro.
Anyway.
Isn't it Josuke?
It's Kujo Jotaro.
Kujo Jotaro.
Joseph Joestar.
Sorry, my bad.
And that's it, the one what the Deeg took off me at Winterbank.
So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus.
Not for long, McGilda spotted it straight away. He picked it up, smartish, and stuffed it in his pocket.
So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of the Mr. Mason's murder.
And the bog trotter told me I wouldn't the mutter word of it to no one.
She said some hard lines.
I know.
What you heard?
What you
Like I
heard.
told you in the previous one, I heard a thud.
It was so dark under that seat in the cab, I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin.
Presumably that was Miss McGilded getting on board.
Nah, not only him.
Oh,
So I definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people.
gasp.
Hmm. I'm sorry, Thomas.
Mr. Thrice Fired Mason.
The one time I went to eat food and they started talking. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage.
Why are you switching between which voice you use every single time?
I don't know.
But whenever I'm in the carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported this.
All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Now that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices.
What? What were they talking about?
Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud.
That still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other. Well, we already knew that. He was
So-
on the freaking list of people who owed money to him.
Yeah. So McGilded was lying as I suspected.
It's a good thing Susato's leaving. He's brained it.
Everyone in this game's brain dead.
They take so long to explain the simplest jokes. I'm
I
not gonna
know.
lie. Like we literally, we have. Do you know how many times we've made the joke they're gonna make, and then we wait 2 sentences, and they make the joke?
It's about punchline. It's about delivery, man. It's not they take a line to explain. It's that knowing about where to deliver the joke.
Yeah, well, they're a little slow.
I knew it weren't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed.
It's the olden times, Matt. They deliver their jokes.
This is
They
not
take
the
a long
olden
time.
times. There's electricity.
It's still older.
She's got a hand grenade, smoke gun.
She's got a candle.
I have a candle in the other room. It's 2022. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly.
When the cab came to a stop, McGilded told me to hide back under the seat again. Climbed in and waited. 2 cops from up top ran off to get the coppers.
Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
Fair play
And
And
First.
first.
Right,
Can't wait to hear their first names.
and after they'd gone, McGilded asked the driver to do him a favor.
A favor? Oh no, I remember it actually. These are people we already know. What were their names? I don't
Now then,
remember.
fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it in the nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas.
A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street?
And that's how she got it, because she overheard the secret combination.
Yep, you got it. It was Winterbank. The coachie snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. Then there was no money. There was no one left in the carriage. Gilded open the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without condition.
I see. Stream to help those affected by the crisis in Ukraine. We're matching 100,000 in
That's good this whole
donations,
time.
all earning charity stream go to Ukraine. To dedicate this stream to Ukraine, Thomas. Are you gonna do it?
Does it matter if no one donates anyway?
Did you hear that? Thomas said we can. When I said we can donate to Ukraine, he said doesn't matter.
Dismiss.
Not taken out of context. Clip it.
Oh my god.
Does it matter? Stop it right there.
For letting you go free, I mean.
Not telling a soul. Not for anything. But about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well.
There's more.
Yeah, this is the most important thing he said.
Whoa.
After sending the coachman on a little errand for me, some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? You see anything at all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
Sounds like a sexual reference.
Pop goes the weasel. I, the fiend's taken me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take redemption ticket for it. You understand? What? You want me to add the ticket? That's right. I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? Whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. In case I might happen to be the blade at all, you're to go to the pawn shop when the days, so it is, and you're to extend the loan before the 2 months is up. After you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fiend could come along and buy it. Eh? Well, I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now. Go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. One more thing. 2 days from now, you'll be visited by 3 ghosts. Just kidding. By the police, I have no doubt. Poppers. Aye. They'll come asking ye to take the stand in court. Try as a witness. Let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say? What is it that you won't?
Wow, this guy's planned well.
Yeah.
Ah,
Came up with all this on the spot, too. Clearly didn't know that she was gonna be there.
Fucking Death Note. Tense music. I'm like, I sure I'm doing this whole thing without
I
listening. What the
forgot.
heck? I'm like,
After
I
we
wonder if
stood
there's
up.
intense music. Oh, there we go. There
after
we
you'd
go.
gone over it till I piked it. Piked it? Piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the sink. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
The McGilded planned it and coerced Gina into giving false testimony.
Yeah, Gina got the short end of the stick. You paid the other dude 10 guineas just to take the ticket away or to pawn it, and she had to like testify in court and do this whole operation.
He also had to
He
testify
also
in court,
testified, remember?
and I think he talked to them too. I think he talked to all the witnesses.
I
Yeah.
guess that's true.
I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom, I told some corkers.
Real corkers.
Tell some corkers. I'm gonna say.
The thing is, he said he would make it so he couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with.
Live in the West End.
What a wicked man! You know everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together.
So you mean Mr. McGilded would have?
In an heartbeat. He could have had the lot of us chased out of there if he'd want. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
You're right. We don't like you anymore.
But
Good
I'm
luck.
for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid.
Yep, time to go find someone else to defend. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. Go steal me some money.
A favour? What?
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
Huh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
You what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, Jenny. Is it bad? Is it gonna be alright? Sean's gonna be alright, right?
That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything.
Right. So what you're saying is, by saying that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it?
Something like that. Mrs. Sato?
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. The music distracted me. Gotta take the headphone out again.
I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer or nothing.
With such great voice acting, who needs this music, right?
Who needs it? Honestly, I was entertaining myself. The music was just playing in my head. It was way more intense.
Exactly, see?
It's gonna put me to sleep.
He's just playing Jaws, you know?
Poor Ginny, she seems so lonely.
Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene of Windows now.
Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done then.
Yeah, once the trial's over, we'll come back and visit. And jail. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows what just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us from investigating at Windows.
Right.
Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it.
I'm not happy about it.
Let's go, keep it going. Let's go. That's the longest fade out ever.
The olden times, everything's slower.
Go.
What was this second thing we saved? I know it was like a decision that we were...
Save scum.
No, but like it was like a decision we made and we were like, oh, we should save here. Maybe it's gonna be important. And it probably didn't end up being important at all. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Not to thrust these
I just realized, is that the thinker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them.
Whoa, intense. Dun.
Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! Oh! I don't believe it. How the devil did you get there summon little rag and bash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Wow, how many
I
times?
bet you we're poisoning him.
we're drugging him to sleep so
Yeah.
we can investigate.
Oh, it feels so good. Daisy, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened, through the door behind the counter.
That's like not a good, like, why would he be like, do whatever you want, okay? Like, what that bring?
Yes, the storeroom.
Yes,
That's where I
Captain
discovered
Dude.
Mr. Windibanks and Gina.
Noni.
It's Noni. Oh, Noni sucks.
Right, well, we get back to business then.
Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. Well, there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case that y'all needs to investigate urgently.
That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before.
So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
Come then.
Wait, as you know.
Oh, come then, let us not waste any time.
Thanks.
Make it sound like we haven't heard this music before. Alright, I need to examine this.
I forgot if I heard it before.
We have... There's the... Oh wait, no, this isn't what I want to investigate at all. And Mr. Windibank's notes and, what's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind.
Isn't that our print?
I mean, it looks like it's the
Oh,
copy.
look at the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us.
It's the same thing.
No, it's different. There's a blood stain on this one.
This is 1 pound.
15th of February. It was 13th at 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's true. It was a different
This
one.
is a different one.
Oh, this might be the... Actually, I don't know.
One gentleman's overcoat. There's blood on it. 1 pound.
No, no,
Redemption
paid.
deadline 15th of
Paid.
April. Is different.
Yeah, 13 at 9.
Oh yeah, this is because this is the box.
One small box.
That's probably the music
But isn't it
player.
also behind a... Isn't it a cat thing?
Yeah, there's also another picture of a cat. This is
Huh.
probably the music box, I
And
would
it's the
say.
same...
It is.
And then this is
and
probably
it's
the
the
music,
same handwriting.
and this is the code with the music disc.
So we can get the music box then.
It's
Totally.
Maybe, yeah.
handwriting too.
And we have a copy of the music
is the
disc.
handwriting different?
It's the same handwriting, that's what I'm saying.
A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat, in fact, I think.
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to Miss McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
Use Mr. Winterbank. Just use whatever piece of paper he happened to have to hand.
Multiple copies of the same cat photo.
Must really like the cat, man. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently.
Like today, when she handed to us. Oh, yes, you're right.
How would this
very
work
recently.
if we hadn't investigated it?
The whole point is you have to go in this order, because we couldn't have gone the papers, and we couldn't have gone the papers if we didn't get through the people. The whole point is it wouldn't have worked. You're right.
It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier.
Chennai.
Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print.
Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out!
All right. Let the cogs turn.
Spot the difference.
Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two
It's
pictures.
turning.
That one's turning his head.
This one is slightly turning its head, actually.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah!
Yes,
totally.
they are exactly the same. Come on.
It's totally changing its head a little bit.
Can I do something real quick?
I mean, do you really want
It'll
to look at
it'll
it?
take me 2 seconds.
What are you gonna do? Overlap them and make one transparent?
That's exactly what I mean. If only you're...
Only.
Are they
I'm telling you,
different?
they're different.
We'll report back to you guys once
100% they're different.
our conclusions are conclusive. No, they're different.
Holy crap, they're different.
Yeah, I told you.
You can see more of the snowman in this one.
The whole thing moves, even the bushes and stuff. See the bushes?
Ah,
I'm not gonna bother with this.
No,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
It takes 2 seconds.
Ugh, they're different. Just take our word for it. Just use your eyes.
Thomas just yeeted all of my
Yeah.
paint
Oh
documents.
shoot.
Whatever.
This is what you get for doing
These
this.
two photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What does she mean? So you didn't have any important work there, did you?
No, it's fine.
You must tell us, Iris, at once.
Oh gosh.
Do you really want to know?
Matt's just done hours of work on paint.net and I just accidentally closed out of it without saving.
It's okay. There's an active pack.
Wait, did you really?
It's okay.
You clicked out of it?
It's okay.
Was it the thing
We're
you were
streaming.
working
I
on?
don't want to get emotional.
Oh gosh.
I don't want to cause problems on stream.
Wait, was it the thing that you were
I don't want to
working on?
cause problems on the stream.
Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Does
Did you
paint.net
save
not
your
autosave?
work?
There was nothing on it. Seriously. That's my cards that I had opened up. But
Okay.
I didn't do it.
I wonder if we need to examine this room, honestly.
Please no. I've done it so many times.
What? Come on. Let's see if we can go into the room up ahead then.
Well,
I mean, we can end that. I just
Okay, no, I think
Complaining.
we have to examine.
examine the spades and shovel.
I tried. I think it just led to that entire conversation.
Behind
And then
that
that
door.
door. Door, isn't it? What Greg you said.
Yes, and that's where I saw the dreadful scene last night. Whoops.
Whoa.
Whoops.
Whoa.
Through the little window in the door.
That's just so.
So
What are you
obviously,
supposed- what are you
her.
supposed to do?
Yeah, just take the L. Go to jail. Right to jail.
Right to jail.
Mr. Winterbank, face down on the floor with Gina beside him.
As the accused legal representative, I have the right to examine the scene. We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door. That's the real
She's
scene
so
of the crime.
obvious. We must be thorough. It's like, well, duh.
Thank you, Susato.
Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them.
Or
I can't believe we're still not gonna get to the case.
Yep. I don't know. We'll probably get to the case.
Alright, let's go.
There's probably gonna be multiple days of the case, though.
Oh,
There's a real dog.
there hasn't ever been before.
Has it not?
No.
Wow, really? Weird. There usually is. Okay, we've literally examined this before. Okay, I guess we can't examine these shovels.
What about
Okay,
these
go over to the right on the
glowing
dude.
bottles?
Oh. Remember that. Oh,
These are all things we've examined before.
What's the music box?
Oh wait,
blah,
actually
blah,
this is
blah.
different. This is different text because it's Iris saying stuff.
Pretty sound.
It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks.
Never mind that. If any of them sing, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word.
Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard.
Click on that dude. Hey,
The
it
police
is
are scouring
buffoon.
every inch of this place by the look of it.
Instructions for the yard are to examine every article in the shop and every ledger on the book of accounts.
Constable, are you okay? You sound like you have a cold.
I know that's what I was
I
gonna
was
say.
smoking.
Every article, but that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it in all the shifts at least, but still. Nobody working through the night, that's for sure. And even then we'll barely have scratched the surface.
A crime in a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare.
It's
Yeah.
every copper's worst nightmare. You know, a crime in the pawnbrokers.
Real.
Why is it their worst nightmare?
I mean, there's like so many random things at a pawn shop. So it
Because
could
you have to
be,
examine everything, because you never know what might be evidence.
Yeah. And there's like so many random things, so there's like some things that have no point of being there, but it's like, oh, it's just there at the pawn shop. Those are where the pawnbroker puts his articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy.
Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would want to buy this horse statue, for example?
Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know.
Like a viola.
Are you alright right now?
Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help but wishing you owned them. Even that horse statue.
That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very, very clever.
Great. What am I supposed to examine here?
Great. Gotta Google it.
Well, it's on the floor.
there we go,
There's
there
like
we
a
go, there we go.
piece of broken something.
We've already investigated all of this. Yep,
This is a strange contraption now that you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes, yep. It makes you think when Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen.
That cage looks very silly, and yet it is just a background.
April with the blood on
Oh
it.
yeah, this is definitely
There we
something.
Holy
Ah,
crap.
look here! Turns out there's something. Oh, okay.
Ah, yes, a bullet hole.
Oh, yes,
And I
casual.
can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall.
Presumably, Mr. Windabank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time.
And that's a lot of blood.
It's just some.
He's
tomato
really looking
juice.
right at it.
Well,
Yeah.
I know. Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. Very patriotic like that.
Sorry?
It's all there in The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet.
What's that around the bullet hole? Blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Must be tomato juice.
Aha! I may well be able to help with that.
What?
Nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Bruno?
I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
He's 10 years old.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it. You see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, what a
my gosh.
scientific observation.
So you need this.
Another gun! Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing?
Natalie and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet, but as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does.
Oh my.
What? Oh my.
Yeah, no, we're just messing with it. Wow, okay.
And now we found out the murderer was a Martian!
What the heck?
The color of the bloodstain has changed. Mr. Windabank was a Martian!
It's red again.
Yeah.
Then, does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand.
I'm not at all.
Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see.
Yes, aliens, for example,
Yes,
have green
wonderful.
blood.
Chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. You can identify whose blood it is and what you're looking at, and that it is that you're looking at in a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris! Sorry, I'll come closer.
No, it's okay.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great.
So whose blood are we looking at then? Alright, time to stab everyone and shoot them with a gun.
Everyone slit your wrists.
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so just find someone whose blood turns the same color and
Oh
you'll know
my
what it belongs
gosh.
to in a flash.
Alright, time for a serial murdering. It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it?
1 flash or 2, this could well turn out to be a very valuable
Clue. And
So
Dr.
we
Seuss
must
is up
make
in the
a note
house.
of it
What's
in
new
the
to
court
you?
record.
A blood sample has been entered. But this seems like this is an obtuse clue.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio.
Plus, how are they going to even present this in court?
As long as I have Regent left.
I've
sure.
designed a gun that identifies blood types and it changed the same blood as this screen.
Ah, yes. Unshakable proof. Thank you, 10-year-old girl. Oh my gosh.
Hey, she's the superintendent of the Scotland Yard. Unofficially. This officer has
Yeah.
been staring intently at the wall since before we came here.
Shh, keep it down.
Oh, sorry.
It's a major clue, Justy.
Really? You must tell Gregsy at once.
But as soon as I report to Delpy, I'll be stuck here even longer.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
Hey, I haven't been able to come. I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over me shift.
I haven't come in 2 days already. They really have a tough time, the British police.
That doesn't stop us investigating though, does it?
Just move it to the other side of the room.
No, I don't suppose it does. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at that we literally investigated
Sorry.
before talking to this person.
there we
Alright.
go.
I'm
A
fairly
mousetrap.
sure this contraption was here yesterday as well.
I
Here
think
we are, though. I'm not confident in getting
Amazing.
closed again.
my mind.
Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope.
Really, this is a stereoscope?
Oh, yes, it's a stereoscope.
Mr. Shulm showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used a great big contraption over there.
Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself.
I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would beat keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway.
When did we start it? We started this series August.
Forever ago.
August.
Yeah, we're still only we're not even halfway through technically. 'cause
What about
there's a
like all
second
over
game.
here? Did you get like all
August?
that area too?
Oh, okay, it's not a
What
thing.
about on the floor, the broken glass
That's
stuff?
not a thing.
Oh.
But that's 7 months.
Yeah. Maybe we should play more often.
I'm not the one with a busy schedule.
You're the one that just needs to go to bed early. You're right. 38.
Hurley's blood.
Poor
Who's the-
Iris. She's climbed up completely.
He literally fell asleep at the same time yesterday. Iris is
happened?
bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Winterbank's life was taken in this very room only last night. And there's blood, she's gonna shoot it with the thing.
Ugh!
Did you leave?
Ugh!
Wait, Inspector!
Ugh!
Music comes
What
back
is
to
it
you.
now, Sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away!
You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some stumped up little defense lawyer, do you?
Heck?
How?
Sorry.
I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. Oh, this 10-year-old's crying and doesn't know what to do? Guess he should run.
Guess he should run.
I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Alright, okay, watch this. This execution is about to be brilliant.
Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
I don't think that went very well.
Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
And we have investigating to do ourselves.
Yes, I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say.
A socially inept savage.
Oh, Hurley.
I mean, he just
That's
told
a
the girl
real
it's okay because she's not dead. And inquire how Mr. Sholmes' operation's going. What, did this guy leave and come back already? How does he know how the operation's going?
The scene of the crime.
So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Pshaw!
Whoa,
You've got
you hit, like-
ours, haven't you? Use them.
You hit like such a high decibel, like my ear was like,
It is what it looks like, nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh, yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside.
The lock appears to be broken now, though.
Because it was locked from the
Was that the
inside.
police
Say it 3
officer's
times.
doing? Huh?
What?
It was, well, it appears to be locked from the inside. And then you went, oh, it appears to be locked from the inside. And then she goes, yes, the lock is broken. It appears to be locked from the inside. I was just waiting for it.
Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
Oh,
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thus-wise. It appears he was locked inside. Next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Locked inside.
talking about Ginny. She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
No, that was the other guy. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
And I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No!
Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor right now.
In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Copium. Welcome, Rob.
Copium.
Correct, all of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a
Sticky situation.
I'm afraid.
How did you say it like that?
It is red.
Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
You guys are so mean to me in my voice acting.
It's because you're so passionate about it, you know?
Greg,
Passionately performing for people. That's Irish.
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
The thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector, please.
He's dead.
You don't mean to say that Mr. Shump is...
No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well...
Out with it!
Oh my.
Yes, ma'am. I use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body anesthetized?
Anesthetized?
Anesthetized? Is that even possible?
It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
Well, all these characters are from different eras, locations, ethnicities, and law. They're all from the same era, come on.
And the accent changes between sentences.
Yeah.
The trouble is, the latest thing is always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so something or something, and the
Sorry.
something, and there's
It took hours for him
something.
to nod off.
What do you say?
Oh, it took hours for him to nod off. What's
Oh.
right here?
And now that's the ops finished. They can't get him to wake up apparently.
Oh,
They
crap.
put him in a coma.
Oh my!
He overdosed.
Yo, dude.
No one knows it was the anesthetic still in his system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again.
He'll be back in the second game.
Of course.
Coma until we need
Copium.
him.
Copium.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise! Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has things to do his way. Has to do things his way. Alright, time to investigate.
Yeah.
The blood. The
And
blood.
the chest that's open
gun.
and a gun.
The police have marked the position of the
Blood
body with a
will.
chalk line.
That makes him
Look at
so-
those hands.
He's so thick.
I know.
Oh, he was
Oh,
thick,
Mr.
though.
Winterbank,
Yeah.
he was a nice old man.
I want to see you in a kimono like that character of full RPing Thomas.
Wow.
He has his hat
as
for
far as I only go as far as a hat. That's it. I'm sorry. Dead.
for Sholmes. He wears a hat.
The character that's dead.
That's in a coma.
Well, he was shot just once through the heart, not 10.
What? Oh no,
Most of
I was
the
about to say
heart.
Sholmes. I was thinking because you were talking about Sholmes shot once to the heart. Wait, he's fine?
Most likely the fellow died instantly, never felt a thing.
This must be his blood then.
Ah!
Spray it.
Oh! I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps...
The little girl's mini powder like Arcane 2, lol.
Yeah.
Give her blue hair.
Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
This came first, though. Oh my gosh.
It's...
You're right.
It's
This
green.
did come first. It's
Oh.
blue.
Of course, it's blue.
So, now we know the color of the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Winterbank's
You
blood.
gotta run out of colors at some point, or they gotta overlap. Like, how does this thing work? After a certain point, oh, this is a
Listen,
light
that's-
magenta. Of
Our
course.
analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main chalk. No, but let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyway.
Are we just taking blood off the streets,
I guess so.
adding it? Wait, what? Why can I still inspect this? Iris.
Don't worry, I'm alright. We must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely.
This is a full audiobook at this point, right? At this rate. Yeah, that's the whole
Honestly,
point.
I know.
Honestly.
That's, I mean, come on, what else does
With
this game...
commentary.
What does this game have going for it otherwise?
With commentary.
Honestly.
This game lacks any semblance of gameplay except with the cases. This is a revolver, a real one. Oh, it's fake.
And quite possibly the murder weapon.
No
He used to
shit.
take Mr. Winterbank's life.
Hey, it could not be, honestly. There's so many cases where the weapon's actually not the weapon.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
What's the matter, Susie? You and Runa look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbank with this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah. When he tried to commit seppuku.
Doku?
It's a different gun, though, isn't it?
I shall have to take my own
I
life.
think it's the same gun, it's just lower quality in the background.
It's a totally different gun. It looks like a totally different
It's
gun.
just lower quality gun.
It's
It
low
must
res.
it must be the same gun.
Alright, I want to go see his run again where he just
Hold on right here.
grabs the gun and runs back.
I know.
Unfortunately, we'll
And
never
then
see
he
it
So
runs
again.
like-
funny. It was so good.
But
And the
last
Caesar
night-
moment.
When I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here,
It's a...
that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hands.
Maybe it's Gina's gun, but it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it's the guy's gun.
Mr. Winterbank told us that he only he ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
And that bullet is gonna be the one in the calendar. That's how we're gonna prove it. It wasn't her, I bet.
Oh, because
Right.
it's not the gun. So
At
she
least the-
shot someone else. She
the
shot
bullet-
Holmes.
No, the whole point is he probably shot the guy in the calendar, and then the culprit took his gun and put it in Gina's hands. Because there's no concept of fingerprinting or anything in this time.
Right.
But there is the analyzation of people's blood.
Dang, I don't understand
With
a
a
single thing
gun
happening.
that makes the change.
I gotta hop to study, lol. Alright, well, go
Bye,
study.
Rob.
And then, when you spare time after your finals, clearly you should just go back to the playlist on my YouTube channel and watch the entire series. All 50 hours of it. Don't worry, there's more coming.
That way you'll understand everything.
Yep.
But it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver.
There's a bike.
There is a bike there.
Let's
Look at all these
examine.
articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are.
I can't believe I have no
A
voice
bicycle,
lines.
a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here, or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman shuffling around.
Not much I can do about that, sunshine.
I just imagine we're investigating the inspectors peering over our shoulders as we inspect everything.
Eating French fries.
Can you still examine the bike?
No, it was all.
Investigate
it
the
was all-
quilling in the
okay.
notes. Oh, no.
Yeah, the trunk. There we go.
Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked.
Ah,
Oh, it's where her papers were. What is it, Iris?
that's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in.
Freak.
What?
Don't understand.
They're just avid Horlock Sholmes fans. Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Remember
that's
how
not
he
what all
was
this is.
he was telling about how it doubled his salary? Maybe someone's wanting
No,
to
I
like...
think the whole point is because Sholmes specifically said he didn't want to publish, so it
Because
probably,
it contains the death of Iris's father.
is that what it
Right.
was?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Or maybe it has something on it at the very least. That's why they stole
Oh,
it.
because I think at the end of the story it tells Iris where her father went to Japan. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who sold it? You must check inside the box at once. Yes.
There's also the fact that Susato-san knew about it too.
Ah!
Because she knew about it from.
It was
Oh.
there.
No, we didn't.
Our
You
story was
don't know
there.
why she knows it yet.
Oh.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
I
That
thought we did
Cosmos
know.
Gaming is streaming. Wow. Oh, welcome, Hannah.
Who's Hannah?
Do I have to explain every single person in my life to you?
You do when they're named Hannah.
They went on a Vegas trip with me. They're part of, like, Dan's group. I don't know if you know this group. Anyway.
Hi, Hannah.
I mean, of course I believe Hurley when he said he deposited it here, but still.
Do I have to explain everyone in my?
It's
I
a
asked
relief to
who
actually
one
see it.
person is.
Do I gotta explain everyone in my life to you?
Now I'm more.
Am I
Now
here-
I'm more interested because you're so defensive
Am I
about
here
Hannah.
am I here to explain? Okay, how do you want me to explain how I know this person? Basically,
Thomas, when a female I've never heard of pops up in your stream,
there's multiple. It pops up on my screen, sure.
Oh dang.
then I kind of want to know.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing. I'm sorry.
There's nothing. You mean nothing to him, Hannah.
You mean nothing to me, along with the rest of my
She left.
fans.
0 viewers. She left.
Yeah,
She's
everyone's
hurt.
gone.
She got offended.
Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. Yeah, why so
Oh, she's-
defensive?
Oh. Uh oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Thomas.
Yep. Now I'm stuck here
He's blushing.
between a rock and a hard spot.
Turn, can you turn?
No, I don't think so.
Well. Oh no. That is.
I'm still here. Yeah, no. The number of viewers is always broken. We're done here.
All right. Wait, there was somewhere where it said we needed to go.
No, I don't think so.
No. I swear there was.
If we're actually done here, or if we're not actually done here,
How do you progress?
I don't know.
Present something?
Oh, we could need to present something.
To who?
Oh,
The police?
we might not be
Legal
done there.
consultancy. Sholmes is sweet. Why are you going to all these places? Just seeing
I
if
don't
there's
know. I don't
people?
know where I'm supposed to go. What do you want from me, man? I think there's more here. Might have to present something.
Present something. The photo of the cat. Or Iris's story manuscript?
Oh, we might have to examine it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. What does that say on the bottom?
Oh, Iris Wilson? Oh, there's a here. Okay, never mind. There's nothing to examine here.
Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest.
Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of Something Something.
Of the
Baskervilles.
A most fascinating
Ooh.
title, your ladyship. Fascinating. And I don't suppose
You wrote about me in it.
would there be any mention of my humble self in this tale this time?
Good question. Can't really remember.
I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship? I'll just await its publication with eager anticipation.
You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. Yeesh.
Whoa,
Yikes.
whoa!
When did I start roasting this guy?
You looking to be arrested, sunshine?
Yeesh.
Oh
I
man!
didn't mean it like that. What did I mean, like? And even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten her ladyship's head off, would you?
What?
I don't know. Okay, well,
Do the photo thing.
Yeah, I think that we
Of
should.
I'm
the
just gonna
box.
go through them.
Okay.
Nope, nothing here.
We lose a life.
Glug.
What the heck? Okay.
No, it's.
No, we already presented these.
Do those. Do that.
On road
There we go.
trippers.
Nope, this isn't. Oh wait, there might be something.
Well, we're here then. A redemption ticket for an article deposited here then. Looks like someone ran out of an office station there and wrote on the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket for McGilded's overcoat. The one that little diver turned up with yesterday.
Oh, actually, no, it's not.
Really? Think you know better than me, do you?
No, I didn't mean to.
Bruno's right, Greg. See, it isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't, I never doubted you, your ladyship. So what's this all about then, if I might be so bold as to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
It seems that Mr. McGilded, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windibanks.
Is that right?
Oh, actually, this is definitely what we need to present, because you need to find the box in here.
Yeah. I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, good, because he's ever so easy to talk to.
Isn't
Alright.
he the inspector? Oh, yeah.
This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
You mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than just the music box there, Skitsy.
I should have insisted on the lads taking it out to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket,
They did a terrible job of frisking down Gina. She has her gun, she had the photo.
yeah,
What didn't they take from her?
literally the gun they just left on the ground. Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank.
Yes, I can see it written here, a small box, was it?
Have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue.
Well, I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go parking.
Look like it respawns right then. Ding,
Yeah. Oh, he flicks it back up.
ding, ding, ding.
This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
And he crushes him.
That's enough sauce from
I know.
you, sunshine.
Don't get lost in the sauce. New video title.
There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then.
Not true.
That's right, it's been forfeited.
I mean, as long as no one's bought it,
Which
technically.
means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once.
Oh, like we haven't already searched up them all. I agree.
You're
Really
wasting
has.
your time.
I'm just really embodying my
Oh.
character.
There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds, even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information's not written on the ledger.
Ugh.
Well, I think we should at least have a look just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old. Alright, back out the front.
To the front.
For the
First one to find it
the
wins.
Boxes.
Found it. Oh, bottom.
Front.
Not the candelabras, what the heck?
I was having forfeited them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's something to actually read.
Okay. Yes, this is where all the items that have been forfeited by the original owners are offered for sale. That's right. They've all got little price labels on them, but there are so many.
I wonder if the small box this ticket was for is still on this shelf somewhere. The box that Mr. McGilda deposited here just over 2 months ago.
Mixter.
I always say Mr. McGilda, but it's
Even
not
if
there.
Finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed.
His name is Mr. McGilda.
Yeah, but he just only says
But they only
McGilda.
reference
McGilda.
McGilda.
There are so many boxes, it could be any one of them.
Mr. Shulm said that the pawnbroker's was the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank's vault. So perhaps this small box of Mr. McGilda's contains something of very great value.
Well, if that's the case, he'd probably have kept it locked.
So then we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gotta have one last one before she goes back to Japan, you know?
That sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen.
So with that misconduct, this takes me back. It's been some time since Susato-san last
What did she
flew me.
throw us up on? Because we're looking at the top half of her
I
body.
know.
No, it's how we
Threw us
landed.
onto that table.
We landed and our head is looking up.
Right.
So we landed like
I
on
guess,
our
I
neck.
guess, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
so
yeah.
this is terrible for our spine.
Bottom?
Oh, or the,
Something here.
To the
right,
left?
right, to the right.
What?
Like
One
right
hop this
here, it went
time.
right. Oh, you
Or
already did that
examined.
one. You can't turn to the
No, we
right and
can't.
do these boxes. Those ones down there. Nothing. What about these ones? How about this locked one here?
Yep.
Is that not a thing you can click
It's
on?
not. That's
That's annoying. There's a locked box, and yet. And yet.
And yet.
What about the one that's under here?
That's
This
what I was
box.
pointing at.
Can you look up? Can you look down?
Nope. Left and right is the only places I can look.
Ah, back to the
This
whole.
is
like,
where we get stumped again. It's always this room, man.
I hate
It's
this
because it's a
room.
pawn shop. There's so
I
many things.
hate this room. I hate.
Just scan it like.
No, we tried that one too last time.
Oh, pair of
Oh,
photographs.
I didn't realize this was here. So Iris, about these 2 photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Windibank's counter and the one Gina gives before.
They're different.
What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these 2 identical prints?
They're not identical.
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the 2 prints aren't the same.
Oh,
not
what?
exactly.
They're not.
Have another look at them now.
Already did.
Yep.
You see that they're just slightly different from each angle.
I think so. It's very subtle though. No, it's not. Look how much more of the snowman I can see.
But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the 2 prints? Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
A set? No, I don't.
Set.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope.
Ooh.
Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently?
Time to
It's the
explain
box
it
on the
again.
ground. Oh yes, that's what Mr. Shulman showed us yesterday.
Hey, now we know what to examine.
Oh, you see? There it is, just over there.
Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
And what is this small locked box next to it?
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of them of those contractions.
Flip
What?
book.
Really?
Flipbook.
Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have in any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you.
Oh no.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Oh, I'm trying.
Alright.
Oh my.
Have you ever... Oh,
Wouldn't
let's
be
see.
Ace
Have you
Attorney
ever
without
considered
excess
Renault?
explanation.
I know. how our eyes see depth in the world around us? Because there's two of them. There's two eyes.
Well, I just opened them and it works.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
2 eyes? Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye.
She's disappeared.
Are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to really shift slightly. Ooh, thank you.
No.
So that I can have a watery mouth. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it emerges the two views. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
Ah, my brain really is amazing, isn't it? Truly, it does so much without telling me.
Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you could persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints.
Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand.
And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that, and allow you to do, yeah, that's what I said.
Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can, really.
You should like look through. It's like the Magic Eye books. I was mentioning when I was commenting on your video last time we did this. Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Susato-san really loves this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that?
Can either of you do that?
Yeah.
You can cross your eyes, I can't.
You can't.
I mean, cross, like.
You wanna
Just
look
here,
at
look,
Ivana,
just look at my
Ivana.
finger. Look at my finger and just open your eyes as wide as you can. Like you're crossing your eyes right now.
I can't like
If
do
you
it
just
without a
keep it-
focus. I can't do it without a focus at the very
Watch,
least.
watch. You do this. You do this eye.
Just in one eye.
That's crazy.
I do it for the camera. Oh my gosh.
Cross my eyes, I think I can.
Watch me. And see if you can copy.
Oh my gosh.
That's cursed. Make your eyes do this.
You gotta do.
Oh, it's
You gotta
so
have
cursed.
this be like the.
So cursed.
Are you ready, Mr. Naruto?
Oh my
You gotta have this.
Dude, this be the thumbnail, dude.
Here, watch. I'll just do this. That'll be your
Oh, we're
thumbnail.
covering up Susato.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Oh well.
you'll get it.
Lol, WTF was that?
There you go.
Are you ready? Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Bruno. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. Alright,
All
please,
right.
thank you for stopping.
Practice.
Good grief.
Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
Does that really work?
You should do overlapping images like this.
Everything's blurry.
You try it now, Bruno.
I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose.
Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step
Oh my gosh, they're going so much in so in depth for this.
is with a pair of
Yeah,
prints
I
side
do.
by side like this, and then I should try crossing your eyes again.
Oh, did it?
It's like doing it for you. Until...
Yeah, why have
And then it creates a new image entirely. Nice.
a new single image in the
why
center.
even practice crossing your eyes when you can have digital media do it?
Oh yeah! Mr. Naruto, it works! I can see in the middle now. It looks so real. I could do like this all day.
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Your turn, Rudo.
This is the dumbest thing we've done in this game. And we've done some dumb stuff.
It's true.
It's hard because it also like... Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle.
this is it? Is it working for you?
No.
I had to go. Oh, I'm gonna try this one. Oh, it changed.
It's gone.
There, you managed it. You managed it. So now you know how Stereoscope. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't know how. Okay, hold on. Restart my brain. Too much
Her
eye
eyes are too
crossing.
crossed.
Just
She
kidding.
can't see the letters anymore.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Whoops.
Whoops. Stops the stream. Whoops.
Whoop.
Whoops.
So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo?
They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
Nope.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we?
On it today.
I know.
Yesterday, man.
Like 10 minutes
If
ago.
I remember correctly, you press the little knob here,
Cuts your eyebrows. I mean, your eyeballs off.
then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and...
We blur
so slow,
the
this
back
thing.
of the images together to reveal a secret code.
Still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Yeah, I don't know where it's going with this, I will say.
Well,
Nowhere.
London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment.
But honestly, probably somewhere because
No, it's
even
gotta
the-
head somewhere. They're
Even the
doing-
divorced
find one
family,
of these.
or not the divorce, but the hidden
Yeah,
maid.
yeah,
Loads
yeah.
of contraptions in lots of households in the capital.
But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Stereoscopic pictures, I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge I'll actually ever actually need.
It'd be so funny if you
True.
didn't ever actually need it. That would actually be the most meta, funny joke ever.
Okay. I
Weird
think
though.
Yeah, I would actually like it.
I think
Most
I have to
meta
examine this now.
funny, yeah.
Maybe not actually. No. I just want to finish up this location and then we can end the stream. But how do we finish up the location?
Location. Well, let's just finish it so it gets the case. Sent.
Can you examine this fingerprint?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we could spray
Mr.
this probably.
Naruhodo, they look so different right now. Why do they look so different?
They
I don't know if
actually do
you've
look
noticed, but there's something
What?
rather
The
troubling here.
drawings of them.
It's more like sketches here.
Oh, I mean, because
The red
probably
smear,
are
you
actual
mean?
sketches. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it?
It's because one of them is 3D and these are 2D.
I wonder if Susato-san had picked that up on
Not
that.
3D, but it's like
Well, in that
No,
More
case,
these are
shaded.
2D, but normally they're 3D.
yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Yep. Okay.
We figured it out without looking anything up. I'm impressed.
I mean, we've looked up something once. I'm not that impressed. We've been playing the game thus far.
oh, that looks like blood. Ah.
Yeah, we're gonna find out whose blood it is. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly.
Watch
a
it turn
little
like
bit of leather.
yellow, and then we're just actually lost. We're just
Well,
in
don't
the
worry,
dark.
Bruno. You can leave the rest to me. Well, bye.
Man, her science is better than the science in the main Ace Attorney games.
Green.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
It literally
purple.
is a different color.
Why? Look at that.
Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it?
That's Herlock
We
Sholmes.
simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue.
This is ridiculous.
Although it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors were corresponded to at some
We
point.
already know one of them.
We
Hold
do?
on. Yeah, we know the
Oh
dead-
yeah, with the banks.
the banks.
Well, this particular stain of blood.
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? You know whose blood this is?
I think I do.
I guess I better know who it is. Yes, I
Herlock
have an idea.
Sholmes.
Not from the color turn, but with a little deduction.
Yeah, wow.
That's right, I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well?
I mean, it's gotta be Gina, right?
Herlock
You first,
Sholmes.
Reno. Who do you think it belongs to?
Herlock Sholmes.
Alright, I believe that this is the blood of Gina Lestrade.
They didn't even give us the option for Herlock Sholmes.
This is Gina's blood?
No, wait. Yes, it was Gina who brought the ticket here to win the banks after all. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
No, her hands are covered in blood. Or the dude who got
but Gina
stabbed in
doesn't
the
own any
thing.
gloves at all.
And she
Yeah.
was,
It's Mr. McGilded's. I don't know.
And Ginny wasn't injured either, was she?
Ah, yes.
Trying to work out who the blood came from so we can rule out anyone. Hadn't been bleeding right straight away.
roasted us.
Perhaps the answer was a little too simple. I'll have to think through this some more. Who do we know that was bleeding at the time? Herlock Sholmes?
McGill did.
Oh. Was McGilded ever bleeding?
He had gloves.
But was he ever bleeding? Wasn't it just 3 fire... Oh, it's Windabank. But it's not his blood.
It's not.
Is it Mason? No, but he was... Wait. No,
The
it could
thrice fired
It might be
Mason?
him.
It's
Yeah,
McGilded.
yeah, I know it's Mason. He was wearing gloves. He was bleeding at the time.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
right.
And I think it was his stuff that was grabbed.
Mason.
Thrice fired Mason. Hmm.
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. Maybe a bit longer. And of course, I've never met the victim, so I'm still struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though. Fried rice, though.
The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason.
But that would... Oh.
Oh, but that would mean that his bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windabanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time.
But it's a smear of blood from this time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
I don't see how any of this ties into anything.
I ask you, is what could
It'll
hurt
all
it
tie
so
together.
wouldn't
It's the
rush
final
to help
case.
us
You gotta have a
celebrate
big
and-
finale.
Well, we gotta
Stomach.
find the swan chick, remember?
Yeah, well, there's 2 games for a reason, too.
Wasn't about to start worrying about McGloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
It certainly does look like a leather gut thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
Oh my god.
We're gonna replace him after he dies. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope.
Yes, I think you're right, Reno. Very well. Let's make a note of this.
Okay, I think we're done investigating.
The blood analysis data.
Yes, we're done investigating. Okay. We finished it. We did it!
Dong,
Dong.
dong,
Bedtime. Bedtime.
Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could Mr. Windabank set in such a wicked trap?
I doubt he's set out to scare anyone. He's haunting the place.
Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh.
Alice, tomorrow we must establish whether or not you will be defending her. We should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind.
We haven't even found the box
Don't you
here.
remember, Bruno?
Yep. It'll come up later, don't worry. It always does.
You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
Really? Did I say that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Alright, my bet is that the chapter ends after we talk to Gina.
I bet so too. Gina. Jenny! And then there's only 1 chapter left.
Jenny.
No?
2 chapters left.
There's so many chapters left. I
No,
don't even know what
there's
chapter
no
we're on. We'll
We
find
don't-
out.
We've been through 2 chapters, there's no.
We'll find out how many chapters are left after. Ah, Gina, good, you're back. Well, I mean,
Ah!
whatever.
Here, it's you now.
Back to you.
The police must have finished questioning her then.
Oh, how was it, Jenny? Was it awful? Hey? Oh, don't. It didn't bother me.
Thank you for the papers you signed for. It meant we were able to investigate in Windabanks.
Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying that I did. That's not.
Gina, we came to ask for your final decision.
Eh? What decision?
About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not?
I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you.
Right. I see.
She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear.
Oh, alright then. Blimey, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it?
Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. It was you.
You don't say.
She's sassy.
Oh,
We
I
don't
mean,
know yet.
He's the one being
Gina.
charged.
We don't know yet,
But Mr.
Gina.
Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime.
And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Windibank's that night. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's thrust it real
Present. Present.
why was she there? This, maybe?
I guess, yeah. Or is it that one
The
or the
blood
other one?
On the right.
That's what I'm
I
trying
got
to figure
that
It's
out.
the blood one.
Okay.
We can't lose lives, so.
True. Do you see this prom broker's ticket, Gina? It's the one you took to Windibanks, isn't it? The one for the black overcoat that you're wearing now.
Eh, what that? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets.
Trombley.
Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it that would appear to be blood.
Eh?
Does that ring any bells?
I don't know, it all looks the same to me, blood.
And they all sound the same to me, these answers. Suspicious. Okay, well, I'll try to
Oh,
present
no,
you the other
yeah.
one. Here, Gina, look at this.
No, Ta.
I wasn't saying you could have it.
Oh, weren't you?
No, Tom.
Well,
Okay, well, I don't think this is it.
when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it, see? So you better end it over now.
No, I'm not giving it to you. Okay, no, that wasn't it.
Blood samples.
Blood samples.
Blood
So blood samples?
There's nothing else.
I don't know.
Present my armband?
Nope, this isn't it.
Oh, weren't you? No.
So we presented the right thing then. No way, no.
We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, a manuscript of Iris's latest story. Oh no, cause yeah,
Ah!
that's why she went.
It is?
Because they talked about it the night before,
You're
and he's
right,
like,
you're
he sold
right.
it, and then she went to check if it was there.
That's right. Oh, right. Well, that's good then.
Curiously, the storeroom at Windibanks showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like, with one exception: the box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night?
Eh?
You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it?
Ah!
Why don't you tell us what happened, please? There we go.
After the
After you
representation.
tell us you want us to represent you in court.
We already have the representation papers and other documents we need.
All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow.
Nah, don't bother. Eh?
Chennai.
Rip him up and chuck him, would ya? Them representation papers.
Representation
Or whatever
papers.
They're called. This cell ain't fancy enough to have him in. Grab him in.
So, what will you do in court tomorrow?
I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen.
This is one stubborn pickpocket.
You're so annoying, honestly. Alright, yeah, this Baskerville story, it's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet, so I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right?
Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds.
What?
So, you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you?
No, Jenny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the mental script, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place.
For Iris's sake, isn't that right?
Ah!
We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But, right?
But, I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Jenny. I just knew it. Well,
When I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said that night before.
Oh god, I'm still a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet.
I've all read this before.
Yeah, I'm
It's
telling
fine.
you. Blur, 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 blur.
I'm telling you, they've sold that manuscript.
Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris.
Oh, we already know. We literally just call her out on it. We've been talking about it for 5
It wasn't
minutes.
because of Iris. That's not why I did it.
No, we clearly don't know.
I
See?
just wanted to know the truth.
Yeah, it
that's
was
all.
for her own. It was for herself.
I forgot, yeah.
Of
Just
course.
for her own. You wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest? If he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windibanks?
It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got her dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night, when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about dad. Oh, stories about daddy?
You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner?
Well, that's how I see it, yeah.
Aww.
You're so thoughtful and so kind, Jimmy.
What if we time skip in the second game? Everyone's just growing up.
Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we?
Look, give it a rest, will ya? I ate all this chummy nonsense. Do you hear? I ate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. 'Cause if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarper.
Scarper?
I hadn't noticed till now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of the overcoat. There's
Good blood?
coffee.
Blood.
Are some very suspicious red stuff that look very brown to me.
Been a while.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina. Okay, now we present
Iris has
deeper
got a
ones.
shooter. Shooter with the blood.
Shooter with the smoke.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh.
you present a specific one to
No,
her?
no, no, you just
Oh.
present all of it. Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Now, not that I know whose blood yet.
What? Oh,
Blood,
Oh.
Mr. Naruhodo.
You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So it could be blood that splattered from Mr. Windibank when he was shot last night. What could it be?
let's not beat around the bush here. This truly friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris.
Killer! Killer! Shoot!
Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot.
Don't move or I'll shoot, I'm pretty sure it's the
Oh,
same.
boy.
I know.
What color? Purple. I'm amazing at this game.
What? It wasn't gonna be blue, because that's what they said it was gonna be.
So purple
And
was
it wasn't
the...
going to
I
be.
guess
It
you're
could have been, I guess, green.
So this is the same. It's the same
But the whole
blood
point is,
as
it's the thumb. It's
what's
the
his
thumbprints.
face? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
Oh.
the blood definitely wasn't there. What the?
Oh,
Well, I
boy.
mean, it's revealing blood that was cleaned off. Obviously,
Obviously.
they just didn't clean it out. You know, it's like
Oh
it's,
my!
It's like the luminol spray they have. They, it shows blood stains after they've been wiped away.
I did not know
Mm.
that.
It leaves a trace. What the? Forget the sleeves.
whole coat is covered in blood.
Of course. Yeah, luminol is a white to pale yellow crystalline solid that is soluble in most. Basically, forensic investigators use luminol to detect trace amounts of blood at crime scenes, and it reacts with iron and hemoglobin. And it turns out like this. So even after
So
blood's
this
been
is
cleaned
actually
up-
Let's see,
legit.
let's
This is
see.
actually legit.
yeah, well, the changing colors
Hold
thing.
on, show it to you.
Yeah, the changing colors thing to like identify whose blood is whose is not a thing.
Oh.
But yeah,
The luminol
in the more
is-
modern Ace Attorney games, you use this.
Interesting.
The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now.
And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly.
Yes. Now let's see. Who had the purple blood?
We don't know who had anyone's blood.
Aha,
It's a
yes.
Ice fire.
It was
Oh,
the
wait, we do
brickmaker,
know
Mr.
that.
Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago.
So clearly, McGilded was trying to steal Thrice Fired Mason's stuff by killing him.
Yep.
And that's why he checked that code in as his own. Anyway, I
That's
knew it.
blood.
Yeah.
What are you all talking about? The victim? What do you mean?
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved.
We did it.
The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed.
Oh, would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story.
I forget, did we ever confirm that was McGilded that burned to death?
I think so.
Nope. I
Like
mean,
we
we
saw
never
some
confirmed it.
we saw
Yeah.
some fiery figure stumble out of the omnibus, but was it McGilded? I don't remember if we knew for sure. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
I
I wouldn't
don't
be
know.
surprised if he was still alive, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony.
That's my coat.
Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilded trying to pull the victim to his feet.
No, if that was what had really happened, the blood would have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood
The only explanation for this pattern
is
of
that
blood.
it splattered over McGilded's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach.
My lines.
Oh, was that your line?
Yeah.
Oh, what the freak?
It switched midway.
Oh,
I tried to
I'm
run from
so
the truth for
stupid.
long enough. But there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, Magnus McGilded. Okay, great. This is all stuff we basically knew.
Okay, I'd be
I'm wondering where
defending
this is all leading, though. I don't know how this
it.
is
I
all
wonder
gonna
if
come
he is
together.
still alive. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm
That
sorry I
horrible
stole your
case
line.
is solved at last, and I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen?
Jaina? Jenny?
Bruno, did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilda was innocent?
I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe I wanted to, because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon.
A weapon?
Lawyer's weapon.
Alright,
Lying.
now we went to philosophy. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine had taught me a valuable lesson. Keep your evidence close, but keep your sword closer.
You mean Kasuma-sama?
It's good. Oh. Listen, Ryunosuke.
What a voice, what a throwback.
We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon,
This katana at my side.
an unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have.
And the wind in the inside of the courtroom.
Unwavering belief.
Only when we truly believe what our client tells us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you unwaveringly. Oh, French.
I mean,
Yeah,
those are
myself
lines
too.
we've all heard before.
I gave myself chills.
Damn, Kazuma's so edgy. He's not edgy, he's cool.
He edgy.
He can't be edgy, he's dead. What's funny,
That's how
Gina?
edgy he is.
Of course, sounds like an empire of Japan you come from. Everyone must be so soft. Well, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into believing in that bog trotter.
Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free.
Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one got hurt by no one.
Gina, may I ask you something?
What?
I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial?
How many times do I have to say it? Rip him up and chuck him away.
Are you really sure that's what you want?
I bet that's what he wants and all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his client. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened.
I can't trust her.
Impossible.
Really? You're thinking I can't?
But what choice do I really have here? Yeah.
Oh my
I have to
God.
believe in her, although I can hardly believe myself that I'm making this choice in spite of everything. Let's just put it down to one of life's little curiosities. Gina.
There is no choice.
Of course not. This is a linear visual novel. Let me say it
Why
again.
do they even do decisions? Okay, whatever.
Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial.
Eh? Are you half-baked?
Not
Are
at
you
all.
half-baked?
I'm whole baked.
Are you stoned?
You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe choice is an illusion. True. I believe you're telling me the truth.
Seriously, Mr. Naruhodo.
Narrow Odo.
Naruhodo.
Sounds like Ivana trying to say his name.
Didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fib just tripped me off me tongue. But I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you all into sorts of trouble. How would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it.
Gina. I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there's more to this life than you yet realize.
What do you mean?
The world we live in, as chocolate, is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down.
Huh?
It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience.
I would
but I
say
can
that.
promise you this. True, I've solved 4 whole cases
Yeah,
up till
we've
now.
done good.
Whatever, all 3, I guess. One wasn't officially a case. One was just a ship. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side.
Until you're guilty, and then I'm not. And then I feel guilty.
True.
Yep. That's a lie. That's a lie.
What do you expect me to say to that? She crying.
You dumb adults are all the same. Rip them up.
Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully.
Do what you like. Recent law I don't know what you are. I don't get you.
I don't know what you are.
Racist.
Racist.
Bro, you guys are still going? Gina's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think.
I think.
Alright, looks like we're saving. Oh, never
Oh.
mind.
Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice.
Alright, let's make our bets. I bet it's the prosecutor.
Sherlock Holmes.
Any guesses?
Mr.
McGilded.
Mr. McGilded.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
What a hot take.
You think it's the prosecutor, dude?
I think it's the prosecutor, yeah.
Who? Prosecutor who? The my guy who?
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't remember his
of
name because he's showed up so little thus far.
Yeah, I think it's probably him.
Mrs.
too.
Sato.
The Reaper.
Yeah,
of the-
the Reaper of the Bailey.
Somebody's there in the shadows, I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before.
What?
All 3 of 1. We all say it till we know.
We're all
Blimey,
wrong.
you're sharp, eh?
You're sharp, eh?
Definitely wrong. Oh, it's
Yeah,
him.
it is,
Oh.
I knew it.
He's the real villain.
I suppose you use one of those mystic Japanese arts like that old stealth I've heard so much about.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector.
Crazy.
Oh dear me, I must very terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
So when you
Is
get to
this-
press the object
Is
button,
this who
in
you
case.
Is this who
There
you
is
thought
no
it
take
was?
button.
What?
Is this what you meant by the prosecutor?
No.
Oh, this is who I was thinking.
Is he not the
Oh.
Reaper of the Bailey?
The
Oh.
inspector guy, because he's kind of been where we've been.
I don't know,
One
this
of
is
you
kind of suspicious, kind of
listening
sus that he's here.
On our conversation.
He's evil.
He's...
Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word that there was some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours.
I don't know, this guy's pretty sus.
I'll show you, your ladyship. I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all.
I can see it. He He moves his hat over his face and his expression changes and he becomes evil.
Oh my gosh.
After hours, is it that late already?
Yes.
So then I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, tiddly-doo, cheerio, all the best, bye, bye, and bye.
That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
Tell me what you saw.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpest, Lord Strongheart will well.
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart?
Never forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Gregsia. If you have to, let's chat soon.
Delighted, charming, can't wait, if you please, my pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Ace Attorney 540 did the detective as the villain. Come on, guys, be more creative.
Gregsia's so funny. He says such
Spoiler.
silly things.
What? What? You're not gonna ever play them, come on.
You gave me one.
You're never gonna play them, come on. It's certainly entertaining to see the inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court.
I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes.
There's gonna be a second murder. Yes, of course, thank you, Mrs. Sato.
Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later.
And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day, and then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feelings that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan.
And I love her.
I must express my love, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Oh my. Wamushinde.
Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
Alright, time to confess my love. What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes, Gina was arrested. All the back of the news is that her father has fallen ill and then she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I love you.
I know exactly what you mean. I love you too.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant.
Oh.
Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
Oh, one task.
One final task,
One
you
final
say.
makeout.
Examine
Oh
her.
my gosh, for one final task, there
must-
seems to be 3 things there.
You must examine her.
It's
Examine her. Examine me, Naruhodo.
Oh my. It's just 2
Objection!
months since we arrived in London,
oh my.
but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel like I've learned something.
What would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off of them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those... Wait.
Salud.
What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all these facets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Naruhodo-san.
We
I
fit
suppose
together.
what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry? I what?
That's a different
Oh,
face. I
fat.
haven't seen that face at all. Oh no, it was
It
nothing.
was a new face,
unimportant.
Grown so much.
Oh, you've grown so much, Naruhodo. What the heck?
In the past 1 minute.
Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m.
Oh, what a mistake. I see, well I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but...
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try.
About me,
One.
Naruhodo.
You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents.
My diary.
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. Murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilded case.
Seems to me that this case of Mr. Windibank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Oh.
Well, that's extremely bad.
Hey, are they gonna kiss?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry
To
to
be
say.
continued.
I don't share
I
the
have
same
feelings. I have feelings for
That
another
I've been a
man.
complete failure.
Oh my.
Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
Okay, casually.
Oh, that's it. That's the last
That's it.
conversation.
Well, it's getting rather late. You should go to bed now, Nora. Unless you'd like to come to mine. I must finish.
Oh, I thought I really said that for a second. I was like, no way.
I must finish packing up my things in my room.
No confession scene. That's game 2. Susato-san, I
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow.
still got another man in
Good
her
night.
mind.
Good
Her Lock Sholmes.
night.
Wait, there's something I need to say. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What was that?
A secret technique of mine, the Susato shutdown.
I think actually there was going to be a confession
Shut
scene,
down.
and then we
What does
shut down.
confession mean?
What do you mean? What?
Like
She's
confession
totally
of
gonna
my
get
love?
kidnapped. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Like what?
Oh, okay.
Have you never confession?
No.
Yeah, she's totally.
Have
gonna
you
get
never
kidnapped tomorrow.
confessioned?
Have you never confessed? Come on, man.
Susato shut down.
Yeah, we just got shut down, dude. She doesn't want. She doesn't want
Please,
us.
I implore you.
Susato shut down.
If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. That's all upside down.
Oh, pff. She kicks the crap out of us and
leaves.
leaves? What a savage.
What do you mean? She's shutting us down. She doesn't want us.
Susato shut down, baby. We just got bonked.
Susato's,
This is an 1800s bonk.
long.
No, horny. Go to jail.
Go to horny jail.
It truly has been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about the nemesis of the case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. He's just gonna sit there? Yeah, no. What else?
I
is
know,
he
go
gonna
after her.
do? But I forced myself to close my eyes. I think she means more in the case that he's upside down, on the ground. And as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind,
I cried.
eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into deep sleep. I cried myself to sleep.
I
Depressed.
get a cooler story
He's
than
just
this.
on the ground.
Get shut down.
To be continued.
No, sorry, not yet.
And then
There's
a
gonna
hard
be
cuts.
another. Oh
Something
my.
crazy.
Like, I don't know if it's. I feel like it's got to end soon. I don't know. What's your call?
I mean, it's almost 10.
No, I'm saying like I feel like
Oh,
it's gonna
you think?
it's gonna like save soon. I feel like it's got to.
You have 4 minutes.
Right, 4 minutes.
I mean, there's gonna be
Yes,
something
Yes,
crazy.
I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind.
Oh, it's her luck.
Oh.
Never mind, that's my voice. Wait, oh yeah. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you. Holmes? Was I speaking? Oh, no, I wasn't speaking. It was someone else. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine.
Sholmes is you.
I bid you farewell and Godspeed. Be talking to... Oh, my dear madame. This is who she really
She
is.
says goodbye to Sholmes and not us.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
so messed up.
This is why she shut us down. See?
Wow, I'm glad I said 4 more minutes.
I told you, it was
That's
right there.
so messed up, dude.
Hey,
Goodbye, Sholmes.
what is she gonna do? She likes someone else.
And Sholmes is smoking right after his surgery. Wow, I'm shook actually. That's messed up.
Alright, well, that's it for today's stream.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for watching. It is time to sign off.
If you guys hit
time
the
for-
donation goal of $1,000, Thomas is gonna dye his hair this color of pink right there.
That
I'm
could
shaving
happen.
my head bald and she's dyeing her hair blonde.
Yep, not happening. The love triangle rip. Yep. Anyway,
Donate for a good cause.
thank you. Yes, if you have any spare money, feel free to click the link down in the description and donate. Anyway, for now, thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next stream.
Good night.
Who knows when it's gonna be?
Next month.
Next month, honestly 3 months from now.